Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this series, I'm going to be sharing some of the questions I've received from people who are looking to invest in real estate or start building their houses, right? And today in this episode, I'm going to be sharing the first question that I received some time ago. This person asked, "Hello, good evening, sir. I want to buy a land without a CFO. What should I consider before buying this land in terms of due diligence?" Okay, so so this person wants to buy a property, a land, but the land does not have a CFO. You know, CFO properties are very expensive because it takes a lot of process to get CFO. So some people don't have this money to buy properties that already have CFO processed. So they buy and then they process. They buy the ones without CFO, and when they have money, they now go and process the CFO. So this is the case of this person. So I'm going to be sharing my response to this person with you. So here's what I told him. I said, ensure that the land is free from government acquisition. So I told him to first of all check and confirm that that land is free from government acquisition, because in every city, in every state in Nigeria, the government acquires portions of land for themselves, for their own development, right? It could be for housing estate, it could be for public schools, it could be for universities. They acquire land for different purposes. So make sure that the land that you want to buy that does not have a CFO does not fall within an area that has already been acquired by the government. This is the first thing I asked him to confirm. And secondly, I said, confirm that the land is in a government recognized residential zone. Right, in most of the developing cities in Nigeria today, some areas have already been marked out for residential, for agriculture, for cemetery, commercial, and all that. So if you are buying a property, make sure that the plot of land you're buying, for example, if it is for a residential purpose, make sure that the land is located in an area approved by the government for residential purposes. It is very important, because you don't want to buy land in an area that is for agriculture, and then you build your house, and after some time you see people coming to build pig farms and all that. You will not be comfortable living in that environment. It is important that you check these things before you buy land. I also said check for zoning and planning restrictions, right? Check for zoning and planning restrictions. This has to do with building lines, distance from the express to your house, distance from the drainage ways, the canals, and all that. There are distances that are approved setbacks, right, that you must check, because you don't want to buy land and tomorrow the government will come and cut the land into two because it is part of the highway. Imagine buying a full plot, and by the time the government will come and do their road, you only have half plot left. So you need to check these things before you buy land. It is very, very important, right? At the same time, you don't want to build in a place that highway will come in the future. Imagine when all your plot falls on the proposed highway or on a drainage way. So if you buy land in this location, you risk getting your house demolished. You lose your investment. So it is important that you check these things before you proceed to buy land. And also, another important thing that you need to do is, since the land does not have a CFO, likely you're buying it from an individual who bought it from a family, the family that owns the land because it is their village. So when you buy that kind of land from them, you need to make sure that you get your deed of assignment or your power of attorney, depending on the state. So you take those documents, and of course your purchase receipt. Then you do your survey, you take your documents to the Ministry of Land and register them, and then start to process your C of O. Well, that is what gives you the legal right to the property. But before you even make payment or start talking about deed of assignment, confirm that the land is not in any is not in any way under government acquisition. It is free from highway, free from drainage, free from power lines, perfectly located in a residential zone. And be careful, some residential zones are also government residential zones. So if the government have already marked out this area as this and marked out an area for their own residential project, for example, they want to do military estate and you go and buy land inside military estate, you know what will happen to you. You have lost your investment. So check all these things. It is very, very important, right, before you proceed to buy the land. This applies to every state in Nigeria, not only Lagos or Abuja. In every state in Nigeria, make sure you check all these things. It is very important because you don't want to lose your investment. A lot of people are crying today because they did not access the right information before they made their investment or before they even start building their houses. So do not make this mistake. Check these things, confirm them before you buy land, before you start building. Even if you've already bought land, before you start building, check these things. It is very, very important. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope this was helpful or will help you in the future. In my next video, I'm going to be sharing how to access this information, where you should go to get all the information you need about a particular plot of land before you buy it. I will be sharing this in my next video. Thank you. Please, if you love this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.